Password resets are one of the most common requests for a service desk. This video outlines a way to use the Service Manager portal to allow users to reset a password on behalf of another user. From the Service Manager portal, we can use a simple portal request to reset a password. The person submitting the request will have to acknowledge any legal requirements and then choose the user who needs their password reset. In the background, a PowerShell script on the service request does the actual password reset. The script could be extended to put more security checks in place, like a group membership of users allowed to change passwords, or users that opt in to have their password changed. The workflow will send out two notifications, one to the requester who submitted the request and one to the user who had their password changed. The email to the requester will contain the new password that they can now give to the user. I got the random password generator off TechNet, and thanks to Simon Wallin for posting it, along with the phonetic characters, which I thought was pretty cool. The user email is designed to inform the user that their password was reset. It contains the SR number and the person who requested the password reset. Now we can look at how to set up this solution. The first step is the PowerShell script that is doing all the work. It starts by defining the relationships used. It uses created user and the work item relates to config item to reset the affected user. As I submitted the request from the portal, I will be registered as the affected user. But it is better to have the selected user as the affected user, as it is their password that is being changed. The code changes the affected user and adds comments to the SR action log as it does this. Next are the two functions that I got off TechNet, new random password and get phonetic. The random password function allows you to set the complexity and the characters to be used in the password. The script uses the functions to create a new password. Then it sets the password on the user's account, unlocks the account if it needed, and finally it updates the SR description field with HTML text that can be used in the email templates. This script has been stored in the Xapity PowerShell library, and this makes it easy to add it to the SR with the Xapity PowerShell activity, but it also could be part of an orchestrator runbook. Any updates to the script in the library will be reflected automatically in any templates that use the script in any PowerShell activities. There are options to use run as or PS credentials if the Service Manager workflow account does not have permissions to change passwords. Now that the script is done, we need to create the two email notifications, one for the requester and one for the user. In the requester email, the main information is the description field that has been updated by the script to contain the new password and the phonetic characters. The other fields will depend on whatever you prefer. The second email template to the user basically informs them that the password has been reset and it gives them details about the job, mainly who did the reset. Next, we need to create the service request template that will be used by the request offering on the portal. Set the values on the general page. Note that the title and description will be overwritten by the script. Also, we need to have a custom Boolean property on the SR class if you wish to have the legal acknowledgement. On the Activities tab, we have three: one PowerShell activity and two notification activities. The PowerShell activity has the script we created in the library and has options for error control and notification. The first notification activity sends an email to the created by user who submitted the request in the portal. This uses the template that we created and will contain the new password. The second notification activity sends an email to the user. As the PowerShell script will have run at this point, we can use the affected user as the recipient. Now we need to create the request offering. This only has two prompts, the legal acknowledgement and the query to choose the user. You could add more if you wish. The query needs to be configured to use the Active Directory user class. It could also be restricted to use a group on the criteria tab of users who have opted into having their passwords reset. Select the display columns and then the final options. Note that we are storing the user object as a related item on the SR, and this relationship is used by the PowerShell script. Map the legal acknowledgement to the custom Boolean property on the SR, and add knowledge articles as required, and then publish the request offering. Now we will add the request offering to a new service offering. Fill in the overview and description as required, put the detailed information in, and add related services and knowledge articles. And then choose the request offering and then publish. Now you should have a portal password reset solution. A copy of the PowerShell script is available for download on the Xapity blog site, along with a full explanation of the solution. Thank you for watching.